Hello, all Bob Pisani on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange with Art Cashin as usual. In our fairly quiet session, we moved to the downside a little bit. Although energy stocks have held up well, we had a midweek report on energy indicating inventory levels, excuse me, down a little bit. I think that's a very interesting sign.
Yeah, no, it was particularly after the data last night did not look in that area. We looked like we were going to break below 44. As we speak now, we're back above 46. That interrupted the sell-off that we were seeing early in the morning. Macy's had terrible results. That underscored the negative in the whole retail sector, Gap stores, et cetera, et cetera. And of course, Disney, the disappointment in Disney. So we were down about 125 in the Dow. Out came that inventory data. Oil spiked. They cut the loss in half, but then the sellers came back, and they're pressing on them a little bit here.
Yeah. So what do you think the issues are here? I mean, obviously the retail picture is starting to get very clear at this point. We are seeing increased competition in the retail space, more online competition. People are buying less, certainly traditional watches, as we saw with Fossil. But besides that, we had a great day yesterday with the Dow up more than 200 points. We seem to be in a zigzag, trading range, just 2 or 3% below the highs.
The breadth was good. The movement was good. The rally was broad. No volume. No volume. And that disappoints you. And the other thing was that the safe haven plays didn't reverse. And that tells you that the people weren't quite believing in the rally. They thought it might be fleeting. And so far it looks like they might be right.
Yeah. So where do we go from here? Earnings mostly over. We now got the last component, retail sales. That trend is not working very well for the market overall. We're now going into essentially the summer months at this point. Catalysts are going to be what?
Well, we're going to see a couple of things. Thursday, tomorrow, there's going to be an important meeting with Mr. Trump and Speaker Ryan, and depending on how that comes out, that actually could affect the markets. The markets have not zeroed in on the election yet. I think we're going to begin to get there. We'll begin to see whether Secretary Clinton begins to move slightly to the right, or at least to the center, and where things are going. So these things will begin to have an impact on the markets, key to which will be that Trump meeting tomorrow.
Okay, we'll keep an eye on that. And of course, that is going to be an issue. We have been trying to put together various Trump portfolios. It's not that easy to do based on what he's been saying, because he hasn't been terribly specific on a lot of issues. So it's been elusive. Hillary Clinton, longer track record, maybe a little easier to do that. But that's certainly going to firm up. You're going to hear a lot more about that in the coming weeks. Right.